All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Saiki K, Season 1, Episode 23. We only have a little bit left and then the dub will be gone.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we've been keeping up on our own time with watching this show in the dub. But we also have been made aware that apparently there is only one season of this show dubbed. So
because licensing is a bitch.
Yeah, we are doubly sad that we are approaching the end of Season 1 because that means a new milestone in the show.
Yep.
But also the idea that, yada yada.
Yeah.
We won't get double the Saiki fun when
Nope.
we rewatch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we also won't get this OP anymore that's so wonderful because every time that I get life. I think years are taken like added on to my life.
But we saw for a brief second a frame of the guy with the money in the bathtub.
Yeah, right.
So
I've been waiting for that
be-
guy to get introduced for
He's
so
going
long.
to be introduced this episode.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Let's
so ready.
do this.
I can't wait to see what his shtick is going to be. The more and more just shenanigans this show brings us through other characters means more kind of Kuboyasu style, like just chaos dropped into the pool of sharks that are all these characters, you know?
Right. But you know the character dynamic that is going to be very interesting when that character gets introduced. Guess.
Mira and the money guy.
That's right.
Just exactly. She's just gonna look at him and be like, drooling, and then he's gonna be like, "Wow, she's so into me." She's like, "Money." So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone. Now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below. Then come back here for the discussion.
Judgment lights up.
Oh my god. I knew I would love his character.
Yep,
but I
same.
didn't realize how much I would love the effect that he would have on the characters around him.
Yeah.
So, Metori Saiko, heir to the Saiko conglomerate, is in love with Teruhashi because he saw her one day that she was here and was like, okay, stalk her, find out who she is, make her my woman.
Right. I will go to her school and all of that.
She likes Saiki.
Well, I mean, hold on. Hold on now.
Yeah.
She is like, oh, well, sweet, score. This is exactly the kind of thing that I would want. Oh, right.
But that was what her old self would have wanted. She likes
has
Saiki
changed.
now. And the thing is that what's so beautiful about this is that Saiki knew this for a while now, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the idea that she actually said it to someone else...
That means she's admitted it to herself and is willing to admit it to other people. And since she's so much about ego and status and pride and all that stuff...
You might end up liking her one day, Saiki, if things keep going this way, because she's being pretty genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part. You know,
way more than she used to be. Holy shit. But actual character development being realized and acted upon is a big deal.
Right.
But there are some characters who will never change.
That's right.
Bless you, Mira. You were this close to greatness. You were this close.
Favorite part of this episode, hands down, and it's just a throwaway gag joke. Oh my god, it's so
we were like,
perfect.
of course she would be the one that would be the most interested in him.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, but no, she's interested in the money and the effect that the money he has can bring.
I mean, she would have been a very good worker. She would have been a fantastic worker. Like, she would have quit all her other jobs and been like, I will work 22 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But of course, to him, she's nothing.
Right.
His greatest threat is Nendo, the one who doesn't even comprehend the idea that 150 million yen can buy, like, 50 million bowls of ramen.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally the thing of like were you dropped on your head as a child? Bold of you to assume I was ever held. Like, but instead it's you can't be bought with what amount of money, will be enough. It's bold of you to assume I can count. Like,
right, exactly. You'll need a couple zeros onto that. Yeah. I cannot imagine how much fun it was for the mangaka to just be like, now I unleash them upon my cast of characters.
Yep.
And the one who's probably the most reasonable about like dealing with this guy and not like bending to him was Shun Kaido.
Yep. And
he was like, I hate guys like that.
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
Ugh.
And apparently this guy was going to transfer, organized to make that Shun Kaido and Saiki move to Siberia. and go to a new high school. And Saiki was actually excited. He was like, "Oh, good, you're going with me." Like, what? What is this? What's going on? Like,
it's like we're hitting the penultimate episode, and they're like, "You realize your characters went through some developments recently, right?" It's like, oh, I guess they kind of did. Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. But yeah, everyone reacted in a very unique way to him. It was fun to see that. What was his name? Takahashi or Takashi or something like that.
Oh yeah,
they called it pulling a Takashi, basically, of the being swayed by money.
Right. Which just put some bills in his pocket. And then he's like, "Okay, yep, all right, sir. Yes, you take my seat,
Mister. Yep.
Yep. See, Mira, you really were so close. Like,
yes. Oh my God, I'm kind of excited now for all the other characters that are like way more tertiary characters to kind of get brought into this. Like
the little
Chio.
kid. Oh, sure.
That's a joke, but also like Pushy, you know.
I love how we say that when it's like there is the actual cat that is like the main character cat,
but we just call him Pushy from now on.
Yep, because
he's
of the one girl that he was
pussy,
introduced in. Yep, or interested in. Yep. But okay, all right.
Oh, also, using the soda hero, costume, Saiki, that was brilliant.
Yep, and having the fan club for Terahashi be like, all right. You mess with Terahashi, you mess with all of us.
You made her upset.
Yeah, we'll come after you in your house, right? And he's like, and then Saiki does the whole thing, throwing the money out, and he's thinking, oh yeah, we can pay them off. No, not these people.
No, the guards are the ones that went after the money.
Exactly.
At that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
For them, it's just a distraction, right?
God, so much this episode.
Like,
yeah. But okay, he's been introduced. His name is Metori. He is super rich, but he has already met his match against Nendo.
Because Nendo
and by extension, kind of Saiki as well.
Yeah.
Little bit, kinda. But hey, Saiki also had a really fun surprise this episode with the grandpa showing up again.
That's true.
Well, not really showing up. He was kind of asked to go bring them along because remember, they know now that he's psychic, so he's like, fine, I'll go teleport them over here.
And the mom and dad were about to get it on again.
But of course, Saiki cucks them at the last second with the grandpa, which is hilarious. But then also the grandpa being, well, in a lot of ways, they're wise to his game now.
Right.
When he starts acting like an asshole, they're like, no, we get it if it's actually for Saiki. Because we're like, oh, what are you really thinking? Saiki, tell us. And then it's like, oh, this is what he's thinking. They're like, oh, okay.
All right.
But
no,
against his dad, then they're like, oh, no, you're just being an asshole at this point.
Right.
We're not gonna coddle you in that regard. You can sit there by yourself and deal with that. I was like, cool, being reasonable. I really like that.
And then Nendo comes along.
And bonds with him immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go back and see what that exchange was like. Because he called him a hitman. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think he means the typical definition of a hitman, because what ended up happening.
Oh, he ended up asking like, "Are you hitting on me or something?"
Yeah. He's like, "Do you hit on older guys or something like that?" Yeah. I'm all alone in this strange town. What's wrong? You lost, old man? Okay. So he says then,
right?
Like, oh, you lost a man, a hitman. You heard him right? Is he trying to hit up elderly men? What?
Wordplay. The grandpa just doesn't like.
And then, born after the war, when he's a youngster who doesn't even know the war. And it's like, wait, what are you talking about?
Like, the idea that the grandpa, like, uses the war as like oh, yes, these people don't know. But it's like, no, he's totally just using the fact that he was born sort of close to when that happened to, like, get social leverage on people.
Right. It's like, wait, what? What are you doing?
And then they end up just having a staring contest, and turns out, Nendo's mental and physical fortitude is enough to break through the tsundere grandpa to the point where they're perfectly speaking their minds to each other. And it makes sense if you think about it.
It does.
Because Nendo keeps nothing back. He doesn't even have internal thoughts, right? He just speaks his mind, So he brings that out of the grandpa. Cool.
Yeah, in the moment when he's like, "Oh, I'll help you find a gift," and he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure."
Dumbbells,
and he's like,
yeah,
but you know those, you know that coffee jelly right there? He's like, "Oh yeah, those push-up bars behind them." I kid you not. That's the kind of humor that gets me so much,
and it works.
It's that
for
little
Nendo.
bit of misdirection,
right? But the thing is that for anybody else, it'd be like, okay, you're pushing it, right?
Right.
But for Nendo, not at all, not at all, not in the slightest. And the thing is, it also begs the question of, wait, Saiki, has Saiki actually been developing? Because he made the connection, I could buy coffee jelly with the money that he gives. But I'm not taking his money. So,
wait a minute.
Transitive property. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Yeah, so because with Nendo, he's just dumb, so he doesn't realize that it could buy the 100 things of ramen, right?
Right.
But for Saiki, he knows just how much coffee jelly he could get, right? He's done the whole numbers thing of like, do I buy the 3,000 yen 1 cup of coffee jelly, or do I buy the 3 packs, or do I buy the individuals? You know, like how do I do this? I need to figure this out. Min-max, right? Mm-hmm. But he wouldn't take this dude's money.
No.
Could have gotten a whole lot of coffee jelly. You could have been swimming in it, literally. Like,
to be fair, though, that is something where, the actual process of going out and then buying all the coffee jelly and then...
If it's for coffee jelly, you think... Saiki spent that much time debating what coffee jelly to buy.
We need to introduce him to the subscriber and shipping economy of the modern era, and basically be like, would you like to get on a coffee jelly delivery subscription where
Amazon Prime,
every day
you can
3 cups of coffee jelly are brought to your house,
and you can save 10% if you have 5 or more items on an ongoing subscription at any one time. Oh, 10%. Really? 10%? That's
if you do a month order for the course of 5 years, you can save 30%.
Yeah. Like, I almost was kind of expecting there to be a point where Saiki ended up being turned on everybody else, because he's like, wait, you like coffee jelly? How much do you want? And then he, like
it could still happen later.
Right. But imagine like a Cisco truck just shows up, drops down the whole thing, and it's like, okay, yeah, all coffee jelly inside here. It's like, he's just like, all right, I'm your man, consider me bought.
It is an interesting point that the skit with the grandpa was about ultimately getting a gift that then was able to reconcile things between the dad, and him.
Right.
But then when the mega rich guy comes in with all the, money and stuff, those are kinds of gifts that he's basically like, he's got a cheat code for the the visual novel affection roots things, and he's just spamming the gift button because he turned his resources to infinity.
Mm-hmm.
So,
maybe Saiki doesn't want to taint the experience of coffee jelly with knowing that it was like given to him as a bribe from someone else. No, that would make it sweeter.
I could just love it as like a thing of where he's like, I'll make him aware that that's what I want, but I won't ever show him the exact length and the parameters of the goalpost,
So basically,
so he keeps giving me little bit by little bit.
Get a whale simp for coffee jelly.
Yes.
And it's just never actually dish out, Just be like, oh yeah, I might end up being your lackey eventually, maybe.
If you make a 10 pull of coffee jelly, there's a 5-star drop or a 6-star drop where you get Saiki as your friend or your lackey, for 30 seconds on Tuesdays,
right,
between the hours of 9 p.m. to 9:01 p.m.
Might even use your actual name on his Twitter,
Oh, but you have to feed then Saiki, S-tier coffee jelly to rank him up so that you get larger amounts of time with him when you get that 5-star pull after doing 10 pulls of coffee jelly.
Right. Naturally.
It's all very understandable. Mm-hmm. Mobile game economics are very easy to break down once you've spent, 100 days studying them with spreadsheets.
But I just want to say, if at some point we add to the romantic shenanigans by having Mira be like, buddy. That'd be great.
I think he's just going to slowly make his way through everybody, and Nendo's going to end up being his new hero, which means, by extension, that Kuboyasu, Hairo, and Metori will all end up becoming great friends as well.
Right.
Because they'll be like, a fellow rival.
Watch.
You know,
this is going to be like that, if any of you know the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya show, there's this theory that the person who's God isn't actually God, and it's actually the main character, but they wanted a friend that was God. So, Saiki isn't actually a psychic, but Nendo is the psychic.
Because he wanted a best friend.
And he wanted a pal. He wanted a pal. Oh my god. So Nendo took all of his psychic powers, and he gave them to Saiki.
And that's why Nendo is just so dumb. He gave too much to Saiki.
Well... And also, that's why everything revolves around Nendo.
Is the ghost.
That's sure
because the ghost is the originator.
Yep. Nendo is the real psychic here.
Oh my god.
Yep. And he just wanted his pal to have a good time because Saiki was depressed.
Yeah.
You know, and well, okay, it started when he was a baby, but point is, Nendo's powers are far-reaching and hard to understand.
Yes.
You know, but yeah.
And incapable of being bought.
That's right.
But also, apparently, we had a showcasing of a Phantom Troop character, which was quite fun. Just to have Shonkaido dropping the, like, hey, Shonen Jump reference.
Right.
Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah. The one with the sound through the holes in his body and stuff like that.
Right, and the bullets or whatever from his fingers.
Bonolev or something like that.
Oh, that's right. No, yeah, there were two that had the holes. Yeah.
No, there's only one.
Well, because there was the one that had the holes.
The Mummy. That's the same person, Jacob. I think.
Oh, are they the same?
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he has the mummy wraps all over him, because it covers the holes.
No, right, but then there was the other one that like had his fingers popped down and he shot like emitter bullets.
Yeah, that's a completely different guy.
Fingers.
That's the Frankenstein-looking guy.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't have holes in his body. Those are just fingers that pop off.
That makes holes in his fingers.
No, not
makes holes in his fingers. I know that they were talking about the mummy one, but
Jacob,
two with the holes.
Jacob, a hole has to have an origin, has to have two sides basically to it. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
No, that's a tunnel.
That's a tunnel.
So what we know is that the other one that has those are actually tunnels.
Those are very small tunnels.
Yes.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.